Hi, reveiw here. Just thought I might do a model review on the set Flying Scotchman. The Flying Scotchman was the first of production run of its class, the A1s. Two other test locos were produced beforehand. In 1470, Great Northern, which was rebuilt by Thompson, if I'm not mistaken, into an ungainly looking machine, absolute failure. And Frederick Barbarous. The Flying Scotchman has had an 85-year career, and it's now in care of the National Railway Museum at York. Built in 1922 by the Great Northern Railway, the G&R, for the heaviest, most prestigious passenger workings on the East Coast Main Line. It wasn't until the Waverley exhibit in 1924 the Flying Scotchman actually acquired the name. Before then, it was just simply known as number 1472, and then 4472. After it failed in traffic, it was selected as a Ellen Yard exhibit for the Empire exhibit. Now to the model. The set Flying Scotchman roughly represents a 1928 version because the Gresley 8-wheel corridor tender. The corridor tender was a genius idea that allowed crews to change and while still running. It's tender drive, so there's a fair bit of weight in tender, which I don't really like. The tender drive. The Poker Lord finger jig would like the springy buffers. I suspect the loco is an old Trian mould like the Thomas Gordon and the Thomas Flying Scotchman, which probably the exact same loco, just had a paint job and a face slammed on it. It has a moving valve gear. Its cab's poorly detailed, and the front two has springy buffers. Out of it, I'll give it probably a 6 out of 10 for performance when it's powered and fully working. In looks, for an A1 Flying Scotchman, or an A1 class specific, I would give it, probably 6. So that's, I think, 14 all up as points. Now, in the Railway series, people always refer to this version of Flying Scotchman as an A3. This is an A1 boiler. Flying Scotchman was the last to be converted to an A3, but it was never, A1s were never classified as A3s. That the only real classification change was Edward Thompson's change them to the A10s, and the War Department had their own numbers. Then it went into BR service. Now onto the bicentennial, a lot more proper engine. It even has the right colour. Proper apple green. Okay. The bicentennial Flying Scotchman. This is an A3. Yep, it has the banjo dome, which is a dead giveaway for the A3s. Its boiler is also longer. Its cab's a lot more well detailed. I theorise it can probably pull if fully tested, which I'm not going to test it because it's just too nice to run. Also a special edition, so I don't want to run it because I'll ruin its collector's value. Anyway, it's so Call My Fury, I'll probably give a 9 out of 10 for pulling power, 10 out of 10 for just looks. So that's 19 all up for the super detailed A3 Flying Scotsman Bicentennial Edition. Like the cab's all detailed, as proper glass on windows. The valve gear's proper, unlike the A1 version, which is very bulky because kid proof. One thing I do like about the A1, the train set version, is it's pretty much indestructible. Zoom in a bit on the building. This bit of detail here was damaged when it came off one when it slammed straight into a freight train. Only this section here was damaged, but that was easy. That was repaired by one of my friends. Something I really do like about this model is unlike the Bicentennial, this section is articulated. All the wheels on this loco, except for the drive wheels and tender wheels, are all articulated, which means they can all move. So your body just mainly rests on those free drive wheels. Those are just their balance. Compared to the Bicentennial Flying Scotchman, which I do like more because it just looks better. This wheel set here is not articulated. That's stuck on the bottom of the loco. The front wheels are articulated. The tender wheels aren't articulated. It's extremely well detailed and everything. This Flying Scotchman here would roughly date to Steam 88, which is when the Flying Scotchman came to Australia to help us celebrate our bicentennial year. Still, our two Flying Scotchmen I own, I tend to more lean to the A3 variation because it looks better. Both versions have spring buffers. Both versions have separately applied wire and brake rods and everything. But the A1 variation is in a lot more darker green, which I don't like. I much rather in this proper apple green because it looks better and it's apple. Thank you for watching this video on the two Flying Scotchman design and review. Thank you. Bye.